Right, we are live.
Nice. So, hi guys, I'm Christina Rogers. You've been seeing me be interviewed, and I did finally get to have an interview of my own with Jimmy. Now I'm going to be interviewing Joseph. He's from Israel. You guys probably know him, but it's certainly nice to meet you. Um, Tell me a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
No problem. I'm just trying to get the questions up here. Uh, anyway, it's stuck somewhere. Okay, well, I've been with affiliate marketing now for I think about 5 years, not with OLSP only. OLSP, I think I've been with about 2 to 3 years. I'm not very good with time. I don't keep track of it in my mind somehow. It's like, even if someone asks me how old I am, I have to look on a calendar or count on my fingers. I don't keep track of that. But and the funny thing is now with Wayne and all the teachings, I was going in this direction with affiliate marketing, and now with Wayne, I actually had to almost do a 180-degree turnaround and going the other direction, because I don't know how it is with you, but before you were taught to post your links and get someone and sell and push yourself out there, but it doesn't really work, because maybe you get a few clicks here and there, but ultimately it's not working. And so yeah, so even with Wayne, even with Facebook, I never went on Facebook. I call it fake book.
Fake
Um,
book.
I don't like it
Yes.
at all. But Wayne is. I'm trying to listen to what Wayne is doing and teaching, and follow his, because he knows what he's doing. You
Yeah,
know,
most.
he's got the proof to prove it. And I don't have anything behind me that say, okay, I know my own way. Or my way is working. So my way hasn't worked, obviously. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm learning. That's why I want to learn. So yeah, so
Well,
that's a start.
like especially the Facebook audience have just become more wise to the click link, and like people don't really want to be sold to, or it's just almost like as if you don't want to talk at people, you want to involve them in the conversation. So, I think that that's some of the fantastic techniques that Wayne teaches in his program is that you develop the relationship with the consumer who is actually looking for the product that you have, rather than just going, blasting everybody with link, buy this, buy that, because they're just they get that have been getting that, for so long that now they have become a little more immune to it. What do you suppose?
Definitely, I think Wayne's way is also, it's so much better, because if you come on Facebook and you post your links and you spam everybody and you try and sell, they'll block you straight away. Whereas
Yeah,
if you're just there to, like, share teachings, share your kind of your past, or just to share with people what you're going through and stuff like that, and instead of trying to push your way onto them, just sharing yourself. And if people like it, great, they'll come back to you, and they can always DM you, or ask for more information if they want to, without being pushy and forcing your way onto people, which
right.
Facebook doesn't like at all. If
Yeah,
even in this group.
yeah. People just don't like that. What do you feel like is your strongest characteristic that helps you with OLSP or affiliate marketing in general?
Ooh, that's a bit of a tough one. Um, well, I think I'm kind of maybe desperate, I suppose, to make it work. Um, and I'm stubborn, so I kind of, you just get your teeth into something, and you want it to try and work. So you just have to learn the right way. And yeah, so I'm enjoying it and learning. It's nice talking to all you people and learning new ways and hearing your ideas and things like that. And seeing what is the better way to do things. you
Do
know
you feel you have a personal style that is, that seems to like resonate with your audience? Or are you still building an audience per se?
I hope I get better, but I'm terrible with building an audience. I've had thousands of leads and emails over the years, and I'm a terrible communicator. I never wrote back to anybody,
Oh,
almost. So I don't know. I don't. I'm terrible with that kind of thing. That's why I haven't really succeeded in this business. You
do
know,
you
I
operational?
don't know if you've heard of like there's all those sites that have um, free, what is it? Free mailer for you or virtual mailer for you. It's all these virtual mailers. So I'm a part of a lot of them, and I send out hundreds and hundreds of emails. But there you can just send them out. You don't have to worry about them getting spammed or deleted because they have to
Right,
accept them. But
right.
Wayne doesn't like them. I've asked him personally. He said he doesn't like those kind of.
Well, have you tried the get response that Wayne recommends and, setting that up?
I'm with that now. But as I said, a lot of them I never wrote back to them. I don't. I kind of find it strange to communicate with people to try and sell them something and talk to them that people you don't know. Look, even now, like I'm talking to you, I'm getting better, trying to put myself out there. It's going against the flow. It's putting yourself, yeah, doing something that's different to the way I've been doing things.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm also in that same position where I'm just now kind of coming out of my shell and being, you know, more willing to come on camera and actually speak back and forth to just people in general. I always have had kind of an aversion to just speaking to the screen, with nowhere for it to go, So conversation back and forth seems a whole lot easier when you have a place for it to land rather than just out into the internet ether. So I understand where you're coming from. Um, what, how, where are you in your OLSP? You're a team builder or
Yes,
above?
team builder.
Okay.
I would
And
like to get to VIP or elite or something, but financial situations are not capable at this point. So you just do what you can.
it's a marathon, not a sprint. So
Yeah.
that's kind of settle into as well. Just knowing that if this was going to be what I chose to do for the rest of my working life, then I had to, like, this is a complete and total independent responsibility to yourself business, and you're going to have to a commit, no matter what that means, what that looks like, and then b get over yourself enough to take some action, which that is also me, and then c, I have found that in a space that we all seem to be like throwing out some of the same stuff, it's a really competitive type of area, and you have to find how to how what point of view you're going to adopt. Like for me, I'm totally into not AI building, but I into conversational, AI. So I ended up, learning how to um, prompt engineer, basically,
Wow.
and now I have skills, that are not, they're certainly not just completely, expert skills, but I have advanced enough of skills to where I can actually engineer certain prompts to get to certain places, and that isn't, it's certainly improved my content. It's improved my, being able to fire it out and go, oh, yep, got that. Because, I took the time to train my chat GPT. And then also, it also helps me go through and understand like marketing tactics and strategies. So that's kind of where I've been diving into. And I can tell that it's helped. What have you been doing as far as outside research, or even in, you know, OLSP research, asking questions, seeing what's working for everybody, and just kind of trying to gain the knowledge that you need to kind of translate over into your own business and make it work.
Well, lately I've decided to focus mainly on OLSP because the teaching is good. The Wayne is very reliable and trustworthy. where everything out there is not. It's like everyone's just trying to push their way onto you, and they don't really care about you, and there's no commitment, there's no support, there's no nothing. Buy our stuff, and once you buy their stuff, they disappear, you know. Whereas Wayne is there, is giving of himself, is it's really enjoyable, and so I'm pretty much focused almost 95% only on OLSP, trying only with that, buying traffic from Wayne's side, because one of the good things also with Wayne and OLSP is that once you get contact signed in, they actually email them themselves, so I don't even have to email them myself anymore, which is something that I'm pretty bad at, you know. So that to me is brilliant, and yeah, just Wayne's teachings, it's so spot on, like even with Facebook, to get your ideal customer base, not to accept tons and tons of friends, because in the beginning, when I first joined Facebook, you have thousands of friends, but none of them are actually interested in your ideas because you're just accepting them. So now you're starting to delete all your friends and just trying to focus on one group that's the same group as you, you
Sure.
know.
I mean, totally makes sense. I know that we've all gone to several, Wayne replays his webinars ever so often. So like, I always love sitting in on the fishing method, and of course he's talking about groups, then, trying to go from one group and see, how the fish bite, and then go to the next group, see how the fish
Yeah,
bite. But friends, our friendships, our friend requests also, I feel like that they also kind of follow the same rules, especially when, like, I know for me, when I put out content, I receive a like an influx of friend requests from other people, you know what I mean? And actually, sometimes I accept them, sometimes I don't. I do, review their profile and see what they're doing, and see if it's some, I feel like it's going to be a valuable connect. And I don't just connect for the sales part. I do connect for, because I want to know. I want to know what's working for people. I want to know if it's really working for people. You know what I mean? And I love having conversations with people, but not salesy conversations, So once I figure out that they're just there to sell me, then like, sometimes I'll go ahead and just unfriend, or, just I'll click the follow, but, just they kind of that like fall by the wayside, because Jimmy taught me that you can open up these conversations, and when somebody is like, hey, check my program out, you know you have the right to say, hey, I will check yours out if you'll check mine out, and let's see if we can do something together.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That is, been your experience inside the DMs are fun.
I haven't really used that very much, actually. DMs. I have a little bit with a group now, because every time I send a message to ask someone to connect with me to do an interview, Facebook deletes the message. They delete the comment. They say I'm trying to spam some of you, but
Oh,
I try to explain to them that we're in a group and we have to connect as part of our assignments, but they
yeah.
delete it. So then I go to Messenger and write to the people the same comments, and it's the same company, but the messages get through. So it's like weird, it's kind of bypassing them with their own system. So it's like kind of strange.
Yeah, I find that very, but I mean, who knows? Like, who knows what the Facebook gods are trying to do? I can never tell. I just try very hard to stay within the rules as best as I can, even when they don't make sense. And there's been some things that I'm looked at and just went, really? I don't get it.
No,
Like,
me neither.
for instance, I had a post be deleted recently that was from 2015 that had been there until 2025, and it actually was counted against my profile,
Wow.
and it doesn't really make sense at all. So, I asked, it's like, look, I just, I don't really feel like was fairly, assessed, as far as, because that has been there since so and so time. You're talking 10 years, so if you had warned me, or, said, hey, by the way, we deleted this because of this, without assessing some sort of penalty, I feel like that would have been totally acceptable, because when it was posted, it was not against community standards. Because I don't even think there was community standards in 2015. I have no idea. But I was like, okay, but you're penalizing me for something that happened 10 years ago. That's insane. But, I just kind of moved on with it. But I do understand, that some of our stuff is getting taken, out of, out of the comments, and that also some things are like, some people have been getting flagged for their videos. So I think there was a gentleman that got totally banned for, or got his little 30-day ban,
Wow.
because, yeah, but I don't really know why that happens. I don't know what's going on with that. So, I mean, I guess it's just a bunch of us, getting together. And now we're on like a million, you know, live interviews with each other, but they don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know,
good. I wrote to Wayne and suggested him he should start his own group, Wayne's Book.
Wayne's book, Wayne's World,
No,
Wayne's
Wayne's
World.
Book instead of Facebook. Do away with Facebook.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
for sure. You know,
yeah,
you know, apps, social apps come and go. They're pretty much easier to develop now than they were because of all the vibe coding and stuff.
yeah.
But you see yourself in 5 years?
Wow. I pretty much don't. I don't live like that. I live day to day, moment to moment. I don't envision myself in 5 years. I enjoy day to day. It's like even someone asked me in the interview, "Are you like what do you do with doubt?" I said, "I don't doubt. I'm not a doubter. It doesn't help. If you doubt that you've got food in the fridge, or you doubt that you've got money in the bank, it doesn't put food in the fridge. It doesn't put money in the bank. So what's the point of doubting?
Sure, that makes sense.
You
But do you?
know? So I don't live like that at all, actually.
But what? But do you plan? Do you, like, at the very least, plan out the next 24 hours so that you have a
Nah,
con?
nothing at all. I wake up. I've been on
Yeah.
sick leave for the last 9 months. I'm just at home, so I get up when I want to get up. I don't have a schedule. I hardly even leave the house. I'm
Oh,
at
okay.
home. I go out for shopping and doctor's appointments and meetings, but pretty much at home. I
From
think
the
I'm
hip.
I think I'm a strange person.
Probably not. There's probably, for every one of us that feels like we're strange, there's got to be a group of strangers.
I have my own bat cave here, but
Right,
I,
your
I
own.
never leave.
That's amazing. Super
Yeah.
cool. But, you know, we're going to wrap this up really, in a few minutes. Hopefully, I'll be able to interview Cindy next as well. But what would you advise new, young, and up and coming affiliates, that have zero experience, maybe even zero tech skills? Well, what would you tell them, about their journey and about their expectation?
Well, to basically to learn as much as they can is it's not even as quick as they can. It's just to learn and to be consistent in the teachings and following the teachings instead of. And I think an important part is what you learn to take action on it. Don't just learn and learn and learn and learn and then get stuck in the learning process. You have to learn something and then take action and do it. Kind of like what we're doing now with the group. Wayne is teaching us something and then we got to take action on it. So I think to me that's an
Uh,
important thing because a lot of people get stuck with the learning process. But yeah,
like,
and not to be scared, just to put yourself out there, not to overthink things, just to go for it.
true that. I totally agree. And this has actually been the defining experience that has helped me actually come out of my shell just a little bit and be okay with just being on camera, number one, meeting, and like, I've always been pretty social, but meeting new people and asking the questions and actually, like, being able to participate at a level that I'm at, and not feel bad. Like I was a beginner. I had zero tech skills, zero mark. Well, I had marketing skills, but not translatable marketing skills at that time. It made sense in my brain, but it didn't actually come out in my content or like. But this has actually helped me really kind of take the next step. So I hope that it's helped you take the next step and be able to,
Really. Have you got
and then,
time? Can I ask you some questions, or you got to go?
oh, I'm good. I'm ready.
So, how long have you been in OLSP for now?
So I discovered OLSP in late January of this year. I have never done any affiliate marketing. There were a few products that I tried that were actually Kevin. They were One of them was by Kevin Fahey, and then the other one was by Luther Landro. And actually they
Kevin,
have
I
very,
know Kevin, but not
yeah,
Luther.
patients. They're building products all the time. Luther Landro, it has been doing affiliate marketing and course creation for over 10 years. I think it's closer to 20 years. But he's a coder, so I loved his classes, but he spoke so far over my head, that it just was hard. I just didn't really understand, and I'm not exactly sure what it is about the right language, the right words that help. But then I discovered Wayne, because I was just looking, it's like, okay, well, you know, online, make money online, and Wayne had a good review on a blog site. So I just clicked on it, and then I was like, you know what? I watched the presentation, and then I just kind of went from there, and I have enjoyed all of the education. I can't say that I've always enjoyed, my limitations versus, you know, my expectations,
What
because those
what
are,
limitations are you talking about?
well, it's because I had zero tech skills. I had to learn. I had to teach myself. Content took me forever in the beginning, like to come up with number one ideas, to figure out what who I was in this space, and then start to communicate it and then put an image on it. Like I didn't even have Canva skills, you know.
Wow. See, I'm very
So
good with that kind of stuff, with creative and building, graphics and stuff like that, and web pages. That I'm brilliant at. It's putting
yeah,
yourself out there. It's a whole nother story. Eh?
yeah, totally. But I had none of those skills, and I certainly didn't have the communication skills online. I'm a very good communicator, but the online, space, Facebook, Instagram, that was intimidating to me. I just, Wayne's been saying it, people buy from people, get it in the live. And I'm like, I've done a couple, but they're not comfortable, and I really just didn't want to be on camera. There was faceless everything, faceless, but I realized that after, after spending the time that I did learning the things that I've learned and starting to put the things that I've learned into action, that and also the progress of AI and what people are actually doing with it, I decided that it was one of the most important things that I could do is make sure that I was seen, that people knew I was an actual person, because authenticity is going to be the new,
The new
the new,
you, the new us. Yeah. So
yeah,
where do you
so
put yourself? Sorry,
go ahead.
where do you put yourself out? Just in Facebook, or what other social media?
I mean, I'm involved in lots of different social media platforms, but Facebook is my number one thing, because that's where I'm gonna learn and get my feet wet. It's also what Wayne teaches, and the easiest one I've been building on Facebook. Each platform has their own algorithms, so there's different types of content that works better on the other platforms. So I feel like that just if I stick with the Facebook for right now, using the Facebook, algorithm, or algorithm hacks, whatever you want to call it, and gain, some experience using it, then I can maybe translate to other platforms later, simply because I don't want to split focus while, at this point, while I'm actually getting better at what I'm doing and having a better understanding of what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
very good.
a
Wow.
lot of people, I was terrible. Like I wanted to learn everything I needed to know right then, right everything. I had a tool stack that was amazing, and most of them were free tools. You know, um, but I had no idea how to use them. You know, so like I was sitting on so many things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to have time to learn this. I need to go play with that. And finally, I was just like, you know what, I really don't actually need any of this stuff. So I started getting rid of a lot of just, it's almost like dead weight that was carrying me down, on stuff that I didn't even need, and I definitely didn't have time to do, because it was like creating more distractions and more frustration for me and stressing me out, because I'm like, I don't have time. I want to, instead of going, maybe focus,
Wow.
maybe focus on getting good at one thing, rather than just like, oh, I need that, and that's kind of where my journey was. Is like I overloaded with everything, and then I started unloading. And once I started unloading, things started happening. Great things,
Yeah.
So I
How
don't
you
know.
managing? How you managing with the teaching in OLSP?
Well, what I I was one of those that did that absorbed video after video and absolutely replayed them a million times. And, I would understand while the video was on, it would make perfect sense. And then I would get to creating content, and I'm like, it was almost like I went blank. It just went in one ear and out the other. But it didn't, it was there. It just, I couldn't really make it onto the content page, And so I would watch it again. And I started over and started over and started over a million times,
Well,
you
at least
know.
you have the opportunity to do that. Maybe you can
Yeah.
write down steps, like step one, step two, and follow the
Well,
steps somehow.
yeah, in all honesty, things did not really start getting better for me until Wayne did the 5 day challenge not that long ago. You know, the 5 day traffic challenge. And when he did that, yeah, it was maybe a month ago.
Well, I don't remember that actually.
Yeah, it was not, well, maybe it was a month ago. I don't know, but it wasn't that long ago. And when he did that, I'm not really sure why things clicked, but that was the moment that things just clicked. It's like,
Wow.
also, it was also the moment, and this is kind of a weird thing to say, but it was also the moment that all the things that I had been learning and all the repetition, on the videos and the training just kind of flooded back. And I'm like, oh, that actually works. And now I know how and why, because there it is. I see it. You know what I mean? But I just could not. I never. It's like it just wasn't getting across. And then one day it did, and that has changed my world immensely. And
Wow.
it's helped. Yeah, and it's certainly helped me organize better. It's helped me let go of the things that I think that I want, because that are not beneficial, and it's helped me kind of like reduce the what I would call those squirrel moments where you just take your own self down a rabbit hole that, you know, especially of information. But and that
Wow.
like now I've just like everything just has kind of come back, and now it's starting to line up, and that's very, very exciting.
Did you learn anything about Wayne with the Leeds minor?
Um, well, actually haven't. I did. I understand it. Oddly enough, I had I have some of of products that are similar, not to the whole platform, but to different portions of of the Leads Miner that I had started to develop through prompting. You
Wow.
know, not software. But like role based prompting. So I had some things going on. And I was like, oh, it's like I've like literally in the middle of making one something like that, or especially like the social forge and the avatar uh, creator, or the prompt creators that we've got early access to. Like
Wow.
I have something similar, not those, but something similar in my projects files in GPT, because I was developing prompt packs for other people, to develop their own, chat based teacher, or what,
Wow.
strat.
Nice.
So
So,
I was really pleased that he came out with those, because that was another thing that kind of like just clicked and told me that I was not only going down the right road with OLSP and affiliate marketing, or marketing and advertising in general, but that I had also picked a you know niche that well suited me, and that was prompt engineering.
wow.
So
So, what did you do? A course on the prompt engineering? Are you still on a course or what?
I have a few products that they're out there, but I have not advertised them.
No,
And the
no,
reason why,
not what you're doing. What that you got taught how to do it. Did you go through a course or
no,
you
I
self studied?
yes, I taught myself.
Wow.
I taught and then I learned how to teach my GPT to teach me. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so you know, when in the information gathering phase of my development, I I ended up developing, or collecting, I should say, quite a large database of prompts, all the way from basic to meta prompting, and all of the frameworks that people use, and the theories behind it, why they work, what workflows, are, do work best with the GPTs. And uh, one day I just kind of went, oh my gosh, I actually need to be doing something with this stuff. And then I just started. So, I have turned GPT into my tutor on things that I don't know, and
Wow.
then
Very nice.
get taught. And then I upload examples of what I need to learn. And then from there, I develop the prompts that fit. And that's how
Nice.
I, yep,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I just bought a program from someone as well. Also, the exact same thing about writing prompts, that you put into the program what you want to ask it, and it kind of forms the prompt in a correct way, that it asks ChatGPT the correct way how to do like legal documents, or I don't know. It was a few other things I don't remember offhand, but yeah. So that
Yeah. Yep. So, I have, it has greatly improved my content. It's improved my marketing strategies. I have definitely improved. It's improved my writing. It's improved. Like I have faster image generation now, because I know where I want to go. And I have like preset things that I have already created to use,
wow,
and
nice.
yeah. So, you know, content calendars, like I've learned to do that, and not just for me, but I've learned to be able to teach those things, and how other people can use that for themselves. AI, I think, is the wave of the future when it comes down to it. And number one, I believe that we all need to learn how to use the AI and communicate. And number two, I believe we all need to learn who what we actually feel about it, as far as our how ethically we need to use it. in order to, respect. It's like respecting the tool,
Yeah, it's
the
fascinating, this whole AI thing. I'm also busy learning with also with ChatGPT how to build my own API to and ChatGPT is helping me. We're building it with Python and everything like that. So and it's also quite fun. I haven't been able to do it that much because we've been quite busy with this whole 30-day challenge, but I really enjoy it. It's so smart. You ask it a question and it shoots out the answers in seconds that would take us hours to maybe come up with. It's
of course,
amazing.
I mean, it's, like the world is your oyster. It's a very big tool. We don't even know how big it is. Like, I think that we only use a percentage of it, and like you see content that's out there, and just postings that say da 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 da, you're doing it wrong. Well, yeah, we're all still doing it wrong. Where we have no idea how this is going to, like, just blow up in this world. We have no idea what the GPTs are capable of, and every day there's something new that gets released that is one step closer to what they call AGI, and agentic, complete agentic systems. But like, I guess my fear on all of this is that just because that the GPTs or the AIs can do things for you, or that doesn't mean that you should let them. If you stop learning, you basically stagnate. You know, you won't move forward. It
Yeah,
helps you. If you are looking for AI to replace you, it will, and you're not gonna like it. But
yeah,
if you make yourself learn what is needed to be the one that communicates with the AI, that's how you guarantee longevity in whatever business that you choose.
yeah. Very nice. Cute.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. Right. Well, we better stop there. I mean, we can carry on for another hours, even especially with this whole AI subject. It is a big rabbit hole that we can go
Oh,
down. You know.
it
Um, but anyway, thank you for persevering and sticking it out, and we managed to do a nice interview chat. And thank you.
appreciate you too. We'll talk to you in the group.
No
Bye.
problem. Bye bye. Have a good afternoon or day.